When you begin these movements, something unexpected happens. It's not just your legs that start shaking, it's your old self breaking, the version of you that sat too long, the version that felt weak, stiff, uncertain. That version starts to dissolve with every second you hold the pose, and in its place, something stronger begins to form, not louder, not flashier, just grounded, calm, unshakable. You hold the wall sit, and at first, it feels simple. But as the seconds stretch, your muscles begin to burn, and that's where the transformation lies. In that quiet discomfort, that's your body rewiring itself, that's your discipline sharpening. Every tremble is a message you're alive. You're building. Most people run from that feeling. They think pain is punishment, but this kind of pain, it's instruction, it's feedback, it's your body waking up after being ignored for too long. Then you move to the glute bridge, and it's not just about lifting your hips, it's about lifting your standards. It's about turning your foundation back on. Your glutes are your engine. If they're asleep, your whole body suffers. Back pain, weak knees, poor posture, all of it traces back to this forgotten powerhouse, and now you're activating it. You're reclaiming control of your movement, your posture, your strength. You're fixing what years of sitting and neglect broke down. Lunges test your patience. Holding a lunge isn't glamorous, it doesn't look impressive, but it builds something no flashy movement can: integrity, hip stability, ankle strength, joint alignment. You feel off balance at first, like your body's arguing with itself. But as you breathe and hold, something aligns, not just in your legs, but in your spirit. You're not backing out, you're facing discomfort head on, and that's rare, that's powerful, that's you becoming reliable under pressure. The calf raise hold might seem like a small movement, but small things shape everything. Your calves and ankles carry your entire frame. They stabilize your balance, absorb shock, and keep you upright. And the longer you hold that position, the more you realize this isn't about the body anymore. It's about proving that you can stay elevated even when your muscles beg to drop. That's a metaphor for life. Stay lifted, stay focused, even when it's hard. You enter the plank and silence surrounds you. No music, no cheering crowd, just you and gravity. The plank reveals everything: your strength, your weaknesses, your breath, and in that stillness you find a kind of power that chaos can't give you. Your thighs burn, your core tightens, your entire lower body locks in. This is full body discipline. You learn to stay still under stress. That's what leaders do. That's what warriors train for, not the easy reps, but the stillness that makes you unbreakable. Then you hit the wall squat with the push. It's your final test. It brings everything together: quads, hamstrings, glutes, calves, core, your will. You're pushing into the wall like it's the resistance of life itself. And just like in life, the wall doesn't move, but you do. You rise in strength, you rise in self-belief. You realize that every second you're holding this position, you're proving something powerful. You can hold the line when life gets heavy, and this is where everything shifts, not just physically, but mentally. You no longer see exercise as something to survive. You see it as a statement, a choice, a declaration. I am not settling for less than what I'm capable of. You don't need machines, trainers, or trends. You need presence, you need grit, you need the fire inside you that says, I'm not giving up on this body, I'm not giving up on myself. These 6 positions might look simple to someone else, but you know the truth. You know what they unlock. They rewire your nervous system, they increase your muscle fiber recruitment, they train your mind to push past the panic and into power. This isn't theory, this is neuroscience. Isometric holds create time under tension, the secret ingredient for strength, growth, and control. They don't just build muscle, they build mind-muscle connection. They teach you to trust your body again. And more than that, they change how you carry yourself. You start to walk differently, stand differently, think differently, because your body is no longer dragging behind your potential, it's leading it. This is more than a fitness protocol, it's a mental upgrade. Every time you show up for these 6 movements, you remind yourself you are the kind of person who endures, who improves, who grows. So the question isn't whether you can do these exercises. The real question is, will you? Will you give yourself 15 minutes a day to reclaim the power that's been sleeping inside you? Will you fight through the first week when everything screams for comfort? Will you keep showing up not for perfection, but for progress. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin, because once you start holding these positions, something incredible happens. Your body doesn't just get stronger, you do. And that changes everything. Great if you ever need the full script merged, voiceover, style formatting, or more motivational scripts like this, just let me know. Keep creating powerful content. Noted you're all set. If you need another script, outline, or anything else, I'm here to help. Keep going strong. What you're building now goes beyond muscles, beyond endurance, beyond form. You're sculpting discipline into your daily life. You're rewiring your identity one silent second at a time. You see, the real transformation doesn't show up first in the mirror, it shows up in your decisions. When you choose to hold when it hurts, when you stay when it's easier to quit. When you silence the voice that says this is enough, and listen instead to the one that whispers go further. That's when growth begins, not in the comfort zone, not in the easy wins, but in the still moments where it's just you, your breath, and your willpower. Isometric training doesn't give you fast, flashy results. It gives you real, permanent change, the kind that strengthens your knees so you can run without pain, the kind that makes stairs feel effortless. The kind that adds power to every movement you do for the rest of your life. Most people chase workouts that burn calories, but what you're doing now, this burns excuses. It confronts every limitation you've accepted and replaces it with proof that you are capable of more. You're no longer just working out. You're learning how to be still under pressure, how to stay present when discomfort rises, how to remain powerful when everything tells you to collapse. That's what separates the temporary from the unshakable. And maybe that's what you've been needing all along. Not another plan, not another trend, but a reminder that you already have strength within you. You've always had it. Life just buried it beneath layers of doubt, distraction, and delay. But now, with every hold, you dig deeper, you uncover the fighter, the disciplined one, the version of you that shows up with intention, not just for a workout, but for every area of your life. Because the way you move your body is the way you show up in the world. When you train yourself to hold a position through pain, you train yourself to hold your ground in life. When you train your body to resist collapse, you're training your mind to stay calm in chaos. It all connects. Strength isn't isolated, it spreads, it multiplies, and what begins on a mat, in silence, begins to echo through your choices, your relationships, your purpose. This is where the real motivation lives, not in hype or noise, but in this quiet mastery. In knowing that you can endure the burn and still breathe through it. In knowing that your body responds to what you demand from it. In knowing that every hold adds another brick to the foundation you're building. The foundation of a new body, a new mind, a new standard, and that standard, it won't just change your legs, it will change your life, because how you do anything is how you do everything. If you train yourself to hold firm in these 6 simple positions, you're training yourself to hold firm in every situation that tests you. You're not just becoming stronger, you're becoming reliable, consistent, focused, and that's the kind of strength the world respects. That's the kind of strength that carries over into everything. Your work, your family, your vision, your legacy. You don't need to be extraordinary to begin. You just need to begin to become extraordinary. The strongest people aren't born, they're built. One breath, one rep, one choice at a time. They don't wait for motivation. They move with commitment. They don't look for shortcuts. They trust the grind, and they don't ask for ease. They ask for growth, and growth never lies. If you give it time, it will repay you with transformation. But you must stay in the fight. You must show up on the days when no one is watching. When no one is clapping, when the only reward is knowing you didn't give in, that's when champions are made, not in competitions, but in quiet, relentless repetition, in these exact moments, in these exact holds. So now ask yourself, who are you becoming not someday, not in a year? Who are you becoming right now in this breath, in this burn, in this hold? Because every second is shaping you. Every hold is asking a question, are you going to rise or are you going to break? And if you're still here, still listening, still holding on, then you already know the answer. You were never meant to break. You were built to rise. Strength is not given, it is earned, not in grand moments, but in the quiet battles no one sees. Every second you resist giving up, every pulse of effort you summon while your muscles scream, you are forging an unbreakable spirit. The body you desire, the resilience you crave, they don't arrive by chance. They come because you decide right now to meet discomfort with courage, hesitation with action, doubt with relentless persistence. Your legs, your foundation, carry your weight every day. They are the pillars of your movement, your stability, your freedom. Yet, they often go neglected. You live in a world of convenience where sitting is easier than standing strong. But convenience is the enemy of growth. Strength is the reward for those who dare to disrupt their comfort. These 6 isometric exercises are not just positions, they are declarations. Each hold is a promise you make to yourself, that you will no longer settle for weakness, that you will rise no matter how heavy the weight feels. The beauty of isometrics lies in their simplicity and their power. They ask you to be still while your body fights to move. They train your mind to stay calm when your muscles burn. This is more than physical training, it is mental conditioning. When you hold that wall sit, feel the fire in your quads, remember this pain is temporary, but the strength it builds lasts a lifetime. When you push your hips in the glute bridge, imagine awakening a sleeping giant beneath you. That giant is your potential, the power you've yet to tap. Lunges teach balance not just in your body, but in your life. They demand focus, patience, and persistence. When you hold steady, unshaken, you are practicing endurance that transfers beyond the physical. Calf raises challenge your ability to rise, literally and figuratively. Every inch you lift your heels is a metaphor for overcoming the obstacles that weigh you down. The plank, though it feels like a battle against your own body, is training you to be unmovable, to find stillness amid chaos. And the wall push squat, perhaps the hardest of all, shows you that resistance does not break you, it builds you. Life's walls may stand firm, but your strength to push against them grows with every effort. This is not about speed or ease, it is about tenacity, about showing up when it's hard, about fighting for the strength to stand taller tomorrow than you do today. No matter your age, your past struggles, or how many times you've failed before, you have the power to change. Your body is a living instrument waiting for your hands to tune it. These exercises are your tuning tools, but real transformation begins in your mind when you believe that your limits are not fixed. When you decide that discomfort is a signal for growth, you become unstoppable. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, or in this case, a single hold. Every second you dedicate to these 6 exercises is an investment in your future self. You're not just building stronger legs, you're building a stronger you. The kind of person who refuses to quit, who pushes through pain, who embraces challenge because they know that on the other side lies greatness. Don't wait for motivation to find you. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is what carries you forward. Discipline is what makes a decision today turn into a habit tomorrow, and a habit into a lifestyle the next day. This is your moment to commit, not just to exercise, but to a new way of living. A way where strength isn't optional, it's essential, where you choose action over excuse, progress over comfort. There is no magic pill, there is no shortcut. There is only you, your body, and these 6 holds. The power is in your hands, your legs hold you up, but your mind holds the key. Choose now to unlock your potential. Choose to stand firm in the face of doubt. Choose to rise with every breath, because this is what strength looks like, not just in muscle, but in character. Not just in power, but in persistence. This is the path of those who refuse to settle, who refuse to stop, who hold on when everything inside wants to let go. You are that person. You are stronger than you think. And it all starts here with these 6 simple exercises at home right now. This is your time. This is your strength. Claim it. Live it. Be it.